Cass, very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Let me start right there about the BE criteria that's being stipulated by government when it comes to state-sponsored support for this COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah, I think our view would be that all businesses that are in crisis should be having access to any fiscal package that the government has made available. This is a package that's made available as a result of essentially taxpayers' money. And it should be made available to all businesses. It doesn't, at this point in time, it certainly doesn't make sense to favor businesses on the basis of anything else other than the level of stress that they're going through.
Why do you feel government is doing this? Is some departments, especially tourism department?
I don't know. I think, look, there's absolutely no doubt that black economic empowerment is important. But in this period, we've got to save as many businesses as we can. Why they're doing that, I think you've got to ask them.
Now, Cass,
yeah.
I want to go to South African, to SAA, where you were always, as business unit of South Africa, against any bailouts or further bailouts for SAA. What are your thoughts now that South African Airways is going to come back in a new form? Government is saying, well, it's going to be a new airline. Are you confident that can happen?
Well, we don't know. We don't have any details about this. I just heard on your news just now while waiting that the business practitioners have extended the period in which employees can take voluntary retrenchment packages. The court has reserved judgment on Labour's application on retrenchments. So we have absolutely no idea about the detail of this. It's extremely difficult for us to understand how this can be done, given where SAA is at the moment. We are told that it's not going to be liquidated. We are told that there will be no retrenchments. We are told that that the current model doesn't work and there's going to be a new airline. There's absolutely no detail. We have nothing more than what we've heard in public. So until we get more detail, we can't understand how this can be saved. The airline as it currently is structured it's quite clear that it is in serious trouble. The business rescue practitioners have taken certain decisions which they have taken on the basis of the current position of the airline, and without any more detail, we just cannot see how this happened.
So, Cass, you've got an airline that has recorded losses of around 26 billion rand over the past 6 years, and you were against bailouts, so what's coming in now is private equity. Do you think that can work when you look at the environment that we're in at the present moment, especially for the airline industry? It was competitive before that. Post-COVID-19, many airlines around the world are closing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've been saying for a number of years that they should consider some sort of equity partnership. To now look at it in this climate when airlines like Virgin and others are experiencing severe stress, severe problems, governments are having to put billions of dollars to try and keep airlines afloat while there's absolutely no international travel. So it's extremely difficult to understand where equity is going to come from, where private equity is going to come from. And again, we don't have any details, but on the face of it, it's very, very difficult to understand how that will happen.
All right, Cass Coovadia there, the Business Unit of South Africa CEO, just giving us his thoughts on South African Airways and a way forward for South African Airways. Interesting chatting with you, Cass. Thank you so much.